Good morning, everybody. It's Brett, your thankful carnivore. It's Wednesday, February the 12th, and this is today's Thankful Carnivore Report. I hope you're having a fantastic morning. Appreciate you taking time out of your day to listen to me ramble about things related to the carnivore way of eating that I find interesting and of note. Please check me out on all my social media at thankful.carnivore, Twitter, where the meat eating, thankful.carnivore, and Instagram. Duh. On Twitter, where the meat-eating savages just run wild, it's Stickman Bleeding. That's Stickmanbleedin. Don't add a G. Facebook and YouTube at Thankful Carnivore. Please remember, you can get a 30-minute coaching session from meatrx.com. That's right, a carnivore coaching session from meatrx.com for under $20. Check it out. Listen, this runs in cycles. Every so many weeks or months, I have to do this, talk about this subject. And things run in cycles. And we're back around to this particular issue. I've been getting asked a lot lately. What about? Hey, Brett, what about? What about nitrates in bacon, Brett? What about nitrates in bacon? What about sugar in bacon? What about yesterday? Somebody asked, what about your liver? Have you had your liver checked, Brett? What about your liver? What about your blood pressure? What about blood pressure and just eating meat? Oh my gosh, what about your blood pressure? What about it? What about too much glucose from, what about, oh my gosh, Brett, what about? And if it's not phrased in what about, don't you worry? Don't you worry about your kidneys with all that protein you eat? Don't you worry that gluconeogenesis is going to make you a diabetic? No, because because that's demand driven. It's not a constant just running around the clock situation. So forget that nonsense. And pat myself on the back for saying gluconeogenesis correctly. Don't you worry about all these things, Brett, all these things. Worry. What about? Worry. What about? Worry. Stop it. Just stop it. We have been thriving for millions of years eating meat without worrying about any of that stuff. And yes, 100,000 years ago, if you take away the deaths in childbirth, yeah, life expectancy is about what it is now. It's just childbirth was so inherently dangerous then, and the risk of infection was much worse then than it is now. And all we ate was meat. We weren't measuring our fat to protein ratios. No one was worried about, oh gosh, is this steak or this ground beef or bacon going to make my kidneys go kaflooey? No one was, wasn't a worry, wasn't a part of life, guys. All these worries and whatabouts and things that keep you afraid and frightened are designed to do exactly that. It's a bunch of misinformation. There's nothing to worry about if you just consume animal source foods. If you just eat meat and don't eat carbs, there's nothing to worry about. There just isn't. Your body's designed to process the nutrition in meat. Your body is designed to operate just consuming meat. It is. And all this energy you're wasting on worries and whatabouts and oh my gosh, we're going to die if we don't. Oh, Brett, it's so frightening. What am I going to do? Trust your body. Most of us have been decades poisoning ourselves with toxins out of ignorance because we were sorely misinformed and still are. People are constantly misinforming us through our TV ads, the nonsense, the ads you see on the internet, you know. Oh, eat a bowl of salad, you'll smile like a lunatic. Ha ha ha. Yeah, eating a bowl of inflammation is more like it because there's no minimal nutritional value. No wonder you're starving to death. No wonder you've been anxious forever. No wonder your mood has been bad. You've had brain fog because you were consuming toxins. I was the same way. But July 16, 2018, I stopped eating toxins. I stopped putting them into my mouth. And I haven't put any into my mouth knowingly, willingly since. And all I do is thrive. Worry is a waste of life's precious moments. Instead of wasting those precious life moments on useless worrying and whatabouts, why don't you do something constructive like inform yourself, educate yourself, read Dr. Sean Baker's book, The Carnivore Diet. Read it and take a look at Dr. Baker on Instagram. He's been living this way for about 3 years now. You see anything that he needs to be worried about? He's a walking, talking, healthy mountain. We know from 20 plus year veterans, Joe and Charlene Anderson come to mind. They eat nothing but ribeyes every day. They look like they're in their 20s. And she's 46 and he's 61. No, he might look 35. I'll give him that. But they don't look their age. They look insanely healthy. Read Dr. Baker's book. Check out and read Dr. Barry's book, Lies My Doctor Told Me. Inform yourself. Learn to start thinking differently. Those things that you were told to worry about is all about fear, uncertainty, and doubt creation, not about health creation. It's designed to keep you buying products. That's all. It has nothing to do with your health. It's about coercing you, frightening you into spending your hard-earned cash on products that aren't actually food, because food's supposed to be nutritious, not destructive. Think about that. Food is supposed to be nutritious, not destructive. So all these silly fears, the nitrate and bacon ones, the one I just want to start slapping people because there's more nitrates in a trillion times more nitrates in a tomato than there is in a freaking slice of bacon, people. Come on, stop thinking like you're a part of the status quo. It's time to think differently. Spend your time educating yourself, not worrying yourself. Check out those two books. No, I don't get any kickbacks for advocating those books. They're just extremely well written, very informative, and they thrash this current disease management system that we have now into dust. Take control of your health today, my friends. Do the things you need to do to take care of you. That does not include worrying and wasting time. What about nonsense designed to frighten you? Eat your meat, drink your water, my brothers and sisters. Have a blessed day. And never, ever forget, you've got something to be thankful for. I'll see you tomorrow.